sends it cleanly back to Ryan Brown. He has the hot stick. Tight ropes the line, plays it over to the wing. There's a high slot shot. Good, trying to slam it home. And the net. Reed, power play goal. Mendoza 5-on-5 in the early going of this first period. Shot from the high slot area. Pete Medvedev at the line. Steal of determination. And good news for the Knights. Jesse Nurmi back out. Here's Cover. Slot area. Shoots. Oh, he fired it just wide. He had room and he gunned it wide. Might have hit a stick. Here's Nickel. Brustevich. Quick shot off the blocker. And sent right for Cover comes up. The payload. It was right in front of the net. And I believe George got a piece out of the net. Cover, great patience by Sokolovsky, and it's played around the boards. Here's Hawkins off the low post, wanting it to the corner. Cover will lead it out through to center ice. And across the line is Jaxon. Cover hurt it out! Oh, he tried to go upstairs, and the split save by Carter George.
Brustevich into the corner, Ryan Brown into the circle, he goes with it. Brown looking, feeds it to Cover, the shot, that one didn't miss by much, and the Greyhounds will send it down the ice. They stopped the Knights, but they couldn't clear the zone. Now Brustevich gets to set things up. Across the ice for Cover, takes a shot, scores! Jaxon Cover opens the scoring and gives the Knights a
return feed. Cued back to the line, now linked over for Brown, down low in front of the net. Cover chips in front of the net. Boy, they try to bounce it in over the shoulder. Scrum ensues off the boards, and Brown once again. To Reed and Bidgood. Oh, the Knights get exactly what they needed. Now here's Cover! Oh, in front of the net. Look at Carter George again. Denies in net for the Sioux Greyhounds. Brown up on the pinch. Now centered pass. They score off the hole. Jaxon Cover. 1-0. Look around the net. Brown again. High slot area. Quick shot. Oh, bouncing puck. Jackson in front of the net. Shot backhander just went wide. Might have hit something.
And the puck is picked up by London on the far wing side. Nickel goes behind the net for Brown in front. Brustevich. They bring it across and it's jumped on by Vakari. As the Knights, a point for London today would clinch the 4th seed. Cover with a shot wide of the net. As it skips out to Themis. Long shot tipped on the...
Looking, probing, Nickel gives back to Brustevich through the seam into the middle. Big pad save there by Jovanovski and tight. Good chance there as they were trying to find Cover uncovered. Cover on it here. Into the dot, he scores. What a shot by Cover. It's fun.
Knights haven't got past the center ice area. Now they wheel in across the line. Here's Cover. Oh, he was going on that far side, that blocker's side, up against Jovanovski. Mitchell into the corner, fights off the checking of the London native Broussard. Played around the boards. Nickel centering pass, and Cover peppers it right on. Good save by the goaltender, Ellsworth. Out to the task and beats his man. Now down into the corner. Nurmi will park up that low post. Cover putting the trying to jam it home. And another splendid save by Colin. Opportunities and looks by the London Knights. Here's Brustevich. Works his way in across the line. Cross-ice feet. Look at the lane for Cover. Another shot. And it was gotten off the blocker this time of in Ryan Brown. So Guelph, 2 men down for the rest of this hockey game. That shovel just wide of the mark. Back to the blue line. Brown. And on the left side for Bidgood off the tip of his stick. London. Oh, Cover does keep it his. Now he has a lane. Shoot. Oh, he fired it high over top of the net. Trying to go over the D. 5-1 lead. Dumped in across the line. Here's Cover. Works his way out front, in and out on his man. Now he shoots it right on. He got a lot of heat on that shin pad tap at that high slot area, and it's set back out. But here's a chance for Cover. Hard to the net. Cover trying to go wide and top. Got a piece of him on a good defensive Prince territory. McCausland, who plays for the Nationals Junior B for the London Knights on the back end, and a shot right on, and Ellsworth again will make the save. And the pass to Will Nickel. Bringing it across the line. Nickel trying to find a lane. Up on it is Jaxon. Cover with the backhander, and Ellsworth with the glove save. He lost the rebound. Center pound, and they'll emerge through center ice. A wall of ice in across the line now. Brustevich in front of that blocker. Shot by Cole. And what a save by the goaltender. Colin hits a skate. Beta Yeoman's work, but he can't clear the line. Here's Brustevich. Shoots off, and Culver had his stick down and just missed the tip home. And once again, he beat the goaltender and just went off the heel of his stick. Brustevich just scored. Finally, Culver deposits it. 5-2
wide. As Nickel got hauled down, no penalty called. As keeping it in is Mitchell. Mitchell from the right, redirected there by Cover, and he sent it wide. Brustevich back for Cover. Cover will head up on.
Went airborne with that shot. It's still wide.
2-on-1 here for London. Van Gorp over to Cover. Cover bouncing, but great glove save made by Christian Kirsch.
With Brown, plays it down low for Nickel, back to Brustevich. Now Brown looks for a lane, passes it in front. Cover a shot, good stop there by Schlabowski. It was a good touch pass there by Jesse Nurmi. That got the shot. And Roy. Now for Brown. Brown leaves it for Brustevich. Back down low, Nurmi. Pass in front again for Cover. Another shot stopped by Schlabowski. Hangs on, no rebound.
You know, they're looking for Cover.
Prospect off the boards again, and the Knights will keep it in. Here's a chance for Cover. Shooting! He scores! To see a Cover took his own rebound off the boards, and a stick save by Joey Costanzo. Here's Cover again, a high rising shot. That hit a player in front of the net, and it's sent back out through to center.
In period number 2.
So the drop the puck at center ice. Stolen by Cover. In and out. Shoot. Pad save by Joey Costanzo. As Cover beat his man at the and behind the net. Nickel, high slot. Brown waits. Trying to feed Brustevich. Watch for the return. Feed the Cover in front of the net. Oh, and off that low post was Brustevich. Leads it up. And across the line, little dish for Will Nickel. Chance for Cover, and he gunned it just wide. There's a centering tip in front of the net, and big good.
From the Brampton Steelheads, along with Zabeski, to add a forward and a big D-man. At the trade deadline line, there's a shot tipped high and wide, and it's sealed around the boards again. On London's power play, here's Ryan Brown. Off to the wing for Cover. 4 Knights emerge. Now Cover waits. Shoots! Oh, and he's snared nicely by the goaltender, Jaswal. That was bounced just past the stick of Cover. Chance again. Nickel waits. Oh, another chance. Cover shooting. Scores! 1-0. London. High slot off to the top of the circle again. Down low return feed. Hits a skate and it goes on to the blade. Cover! Boy, I believe he went through his legs. And I'm not sure if that foul courtesy of Banks right on and left pad save by Sebastian Gatto. Now, here's Cover shooting it as he went on the outside lane and peppered one at Kaprowski. Frustration. Off the board, back to the blue line. Brustevich will play some catch with Nurmi. Front of the net, tip by Cover. I believe it went off his skate. Hyphen back to the blue line once again. Off the checking of Fisher. Brown pops the circle. On for Brustevich. Has a lane, maybe down low. Tap from the net. Score! Cover! Power! Play goal! They'll try to get this draw back to Brustevich. Won by the Knights. Quick shot again by Cover and into the crest. Board Nurmi. Tab back to the blue line. Ryan Brown, 19 goals. Shoots. Knocked down in front of the net. And to the corner, Nurmi links it back to the line once again. In front, chance through the 5-0 possibly, but Jovanovski squeezes those pads to make the save.
Period 4 for the Storm, and for the London Knights, they have 6.
Off the draw, won by Cover. Got the shot away. Not a lot of heat on him.
Net by Brustevich. Boy, that was a highlight reel save for the LA Prospect. Tipped in front of the net as Jovanovski got a piece of it, and he'll smoke.
Arquette, Humphreys, and Pridham. There is Pridham. Tried to make something happen. He turns the puck over here for Cover. It's Cover streaking. Cover shot, and he sent one high. Jaxon Cover, the speedy.
Out slowly for the Rangers. Left side pass for Arquette. Picked off by Cover. Cover shoots. Oh, he tried to go 5-hole, and the great save by Kirsch. After Cover with that London 1. O'Reilly scoring. With the Rangers out by 1. Here's the chance. Cover in front of the net. Oh! And a great save by Kirsch. He had a little peek.
Bemis dishes toward Mitchell, off the wall for Wasselin, back for Mitchell. Mitchell into the slot, Cover fires and scores. Jaxon Cover quiets the crowd, and the London Knights strike first. A power to it. Hopefully Van Gorp's going to be all right here. He's hunched over on the Knights bench as that shot blocked up and wide.
Something about Otter defensemen who wear the number 8 on their
free. Up to the point, Jaxon Cover on for Jacob Zoo. Zoo behind the net, fed to the front, trying to find Creedy at his stick lifted. Cover shot tonight, up into the air, repelled by Erlin and still loose and tight. And Erie able to keep it away.
Brings it in along the left side shot toward the net, set in behind. Now a centering pass out front. Now the Knights test their goaltender. The North Bay Battalion's Jack Lisson feeded onto the wing for Cover. He'll dash down the left side along with Will Nickel. Big good heart of the neck. Good shot! Judy Cover scores! 2-0. Now link back the end of the blue line is Zoo. There's a quick shot. Rye, another quick shot! And look at Cover! He puts it home and it's 5-1.
He's off. 10:34 remains here in regulation time.
Cover once more! Oh, he just missed. He had the open net. And that might have hit somebody. Reese, check that's hurt. Takes him out. Back to the half board. Brustevich tapped in front of the net by Cover. And look at Quinlan makes the Splendidson will control yet again another draw. In behind the net, Cover trying to pry it loose. Comes up with it, walks out. He shoots. He scores!
Go in the period. Greyhounds with a 2-1 lead. Good work by Cover to control the puck in Greyhound territory. Cover with a backhander right on. Nice save by George. And the rebound is taken by...
Bats it right back out. As Tristan DeLille tried to reverse it. A turnover. Jaxon Cover is in. Cover to the backhand. Matthew Kaprowski, the big-time save. Puck still loose, and the Knights gain control.
Past Young. Van Bommel. Van Bommel trying to drive right to the front. Stayed on the backhand. Stopped. Rebound. Scores. Jaxon Cover right there on the doorstep. Cover puts a little more pressure on it. The Knights looking for more. Waslin drops it behind the net. Set out in front of the net. Chance there. And Cover was looking for it, but just kept out by Osipenko.
Make it, but here's an opportunity for the West to clear. Through the neutral zone. Draw pass, shot coming, and that is wired up and out of play eventually by Jaxon.
Back out to London's blue line. Hard off the boards again. Now Cover 2-on-1. Here's Cover shooting, and what a save by Leanders as Cover. Van Gorp. Nickel bounces it right side. Brustevich shoots it toward the net. Bouncing puck, and it's grabbed off a skate and sent to the corner. Catch up to that hot pass. Good. Behind the net now, trying to center it out. Chance, London shot right on. As Cover peppered that one into the crest of the Bulldog. And Leanders makes the...
Gorp had a step, drops it back. Nickel had Cover in front. Wayne got his stick down to block that pass. Here's Cover again, looking short side. That one misses high and ends up out of play. Pass across the crease, broken up, and back the other way comes Nickel for Van Gorp. Trailers Cover and a shot, and that one just whistled wide. Van Gorp to the...
Plays it back into traffic. Van Gorp looking for a man, centering pass. Cover waits, little tuck pass. Cover again, trying to get the shot away. Didn't get anything on it, but it's played back to the blue line. And another
side drop pass back. And here go the Knights through center. Van Gorp into the high slot. Cover wide open, a drive right on. Quinlan didn't know if he had it at first, but top of the blue paint. For sure tuned into this one over in Minnesota. An off day for Team Canada before they get back in action. As there's a drive, it's blocked out front by Beamish. Cover.
Chance.
Vankowski back on the ice as Mitchell trying to drive the net, plays it in the slot. Cover, a shot kicked out by Bennett. Big opportunity there just as the
last year. Parker Holmes tried to roll that along. Taken loose by Van Gorp, who will toss it low on the right side to Bidgood. Out front for the tip of Cover. Big save. Dave comes up with an early one. And Boda walking down the left, around back of the goal. Bidgood. Back onto Cover. Got to keep an eye on Waslin, who is dangerously on the right of the goal. Cover's drive blocked off by Igorov. Onto Caleb Maholtru, feeds forward to Cooper Body of Bidgood. Sandu tried to turn the puck. Bidgood carries on after it, 2-on-1 with Cover. Cover's got it down the middle of the ice, hits the brakes. Igorov makes the stop. Wraparound try. Nick Rossetto made that stop.
Gets the hands in a little bit there on Woolley, and that's what gets called. Think of that what you wish.
Cover sends that one wide of the net. And out the other side, Cooper Dennis is going to roll it all the way to
Bruce. Devich some room. Inside 2 remaining here in the first period. Cover with some nifty moves. Will he get the shot away? Cover shoots and he fired that one right on. And it's over to the wing for Fimis. And the speed of Van Gorp again. Centering pass. Cover shooting! He scores! Another tip in front of the net. Knocked down and London's away. Here's Cover! Trying to get it back maybe, and he tried to let the backhander roll. It didn't get anything on it as he was.
In the pregame, identified him as now being Tampa property.
You know, we talked about both netminders being able to
minutes for this team. Bemis crisscrosses, leaves for Brustevich. Right to the middle, Cover scores, converts, and the Knights go up 2. London using that hot.
Dished off to Van Bommel, shoots it in deep, Reed to the corner, picked up by Mitchell, shoot front of the net, chance, Cover! Firing that shot and a great save by Kirsch.
Wrap around, instead it's back up at the point, Brown shot, wide off the end boards, back to Caleb Mitchell. Right in front, Cover the shot, that one snared by the glove of Stepan Shurigan. 7:09 now back in front, little near giveaway. Kluche and Van Bommel. Chance in front, they score. Jaxon Cover over the shoulder of Stepan Shurigan. Cover right on it. Just in his 5th year of playing on the ice surface. Going to send that one wide. Grew up a roller hockey player in the Cayman Islands.
Goaltender. This time it was Surgeon. Medvedev has been doing it all night. Here's Cover off the draw as Howery tied his man up. Brustevich waits. Howery, front of the net.
Moves it behind his net. Hounds go up the far side, but anticipating that, there is London. Puck in front and a shot and a save there by Miller on Jaxon Cover.
Over for Daniel Smith, Brady Smith rather. Front of the net again. Nice job by Bronis to stretch that big left pad of his out and make the stop. Start picking up speed as he cuts to his right. Feeds off to O'Reilly. O'Reilly back on that side. That one goes up over top of the glass, or to the glass, I should say. And there's Henry.
27 on the back end. Not a whole lot of defensemen wearing 2-7.
From Luleå, Sweden. Here's a shot. Nice left pad save by Jack Lisson from in close.
He had to track that really
if you're the defender. Clark across the line drops Cover on the backhand stop by Jack Lisson. And that puck skips. Gets it back to Fimis into the slot. The shot doesn't get through. The rebound. They score. Second effort by Jaxon Cover.
Rinston deep, played around the boards again. Evans. London's Cover, maybe with a chance. Shoots. And didn't get a lot on it, but Miller had to make through the legs of Waslin. Waslin off the half boards. Watch for Cover, front of the net. Oh, he was parked off the low post and couldn't drop the payload.
As the scrummers with speed and good opportunities, post had it all. Here's a chance for London's Cover. Walking in, shoots, and he peppered it right into the crest of Landon Miller. Up the London Knights on Banks. Cover, once again, quick shot, hits a man, front of the net, and skittered all the way back down. In the London own sound attacks, Bedkowski. Here's Bemba, sent across the line. Cover waits, chance. Waslin, front of the net. Cover, shooting. He scores. Tied up.
Play, snapped it to the left side. Fagan gains the zone, shoots it wide of the net. And it skitters around the corner. Funk to keep it in for a tip. Right in the slot, saved by Vicari. Still alive. Cover a shot. Can chance from the short side. Now over to the far wing. It's grabbed by Cover in the attacking zone. Cover with a shot. What a shift as he puts it wide of the net. Still the Knights possessed. Not for long though. Taken by Morati. Smith kicked it free. And now Smith behind the net. Lost it. Graziano couldn't pick it up in as well. And Cover's shot from the slot rang off the iron. And it cleared out the...
Blake Munnings on his wings. Knights get it out to center. Cover trying to get around Greenberg. Cover does. Shot save is made by George. You got a piece of it there. What a play by Jaxon Cover to not give up.
O'Reilly has the puck, straddles that blue line. Verstevic wants it, but O'Reilly has a lane. Now he shoots it, rid of it, off the skate, and just ducked it wide off that left post. There's O'Reilly again. Has it, sails it towards the net and behind the net. Now chance for London. They want to tie this one up. 30 seconds off. The chance in front of the net for Cover. And a great save. That low post. Put it up onto the blade by Wilmot. Waslin to the corner. Here's Jaxon Cover. Wait, shoots. Oh, he fired it wide. He tried to go blocker's side and he gunned it wide of the mark by Whisker.
From Singh. And then spins blind and makes that feed, and Waslin upstairs as Jovanovski's going to hold tight to that. We're going to get a little pushing match. Miedema using his body to shield the puck, pushed away from him. Here comes Cover. Cover coming right in. Cover! Big stop by Jovanovski. His best save of the night.
Free. Cover is able to tip it by Burns, and he moves up 2-on-1 with O'Reilly. Hangs onto it, shot right off the stick of Betts. Loose puck collected by Battaglia. Betts puts it through the slot, coming back for it is Cover. Cover drifts down to the net. Backhand shot grabbed there by Betts. Took it off the shoulder and then got cross ice feed for Cover. Nice move across the blue line. Puck knocked away. There's a loose puck. Ooh, good pad save there by Betts. Had to hug the post on the second attempt. O'Reilly, Cover gives it to O'Reilly. Pass on the stick of Wilmot. Cross ice feed. Oh, there's a beautiful tip by Jaxon Cover for a 3-0 Knights lead. Gets it to Wilmot. Down low to Femus, back to Wilmot. At the point is Waslin. Cross ice feed O'Reilly into the slot. Cover, good stop by Betts. Got that left pad down on Jaxon Cover's attempt.
Will clear to the line, but not out. Kept in by Funk onto the half boards. Down low again. London looking to start here. Upstairs, score! Cover! London. Burns again. Brustevich. Low, looking for the return feed. Cover tucks it. Down low. High post now. Shot! And that goes off the heel of the stick. And finally, the Ottawa base spears it from behind the net. Back to the blue line. The Funk in front of the net. Cover knocked it down. Tried to go upstairs. The backhander Reed in there too as well. And Federal whipping good off that high post to the Swada. Cover back the other way. Jefferson across the line. Cover shoots right off. And Federal with the blockers in. Feeds Morelli, broken up by Cover. Does he have a break? Cover! Jaxon Cover shoots! Trying to go upstairs and blocker save again. Another shot. And Fedorov with
Fence.
Come off the draw, crack off the board, kept in by Henry Brustevich. Cover shoots. Oh, he just missed by a whisker as he found some room, and he got a lot of...
For the Rangers, as the Knights break that up just before Kitchener could get into the London zone. As Clark, he throws one through, second chance opportunity that time for Cover, but Christian Kirch, his first. Hope he ends up being okay. Woolley onto the tape here of Cover. Cover will drop it back, looking for Cover, shot pad save made there by Kirch. Up ice come the Kitchener Rangers. Can't
to 1, and we are underway. Glad again you can join us for Holly Gully Yamaha Memorial Cup champion London Knights hockey as Cover shoots it right on. Big rebound out front, and it's sent off to the wing. First good look on the draw. Can they control with 49 seconds remaining? Scrum and series look at Cover. Front of the net. He couldn't get the handle to drop the load. He made all the dangles in front of the net. The two sophomores played up against the boards. Found some magic a bit last year. Here's Cover.
Victors last Saturday in Saginaw. They beat Saginaw here last night with that OT thriller, and here's an early chance on a giveaway right away down the middle. That was Jaxon on it there. He'll swing it down low. Brustevich activating from the point. There's Cover behind the net, trying to drag it to the front and stuff it in. Still loose. Knights with a good chance there. Whoa!
Brush back to the blue line, feeds it down, half boards. Del Howery, shot, tipped in front of another shot by Cover. And Zach Bowen up to the task. But Brown, the big man, will clear the zone out through to center ice. And Reed has a bead on Cover, drags that throw, tipped in front of the net. That's Cover goes hard to the net, and they wave it up. I'm not sure that found on the boards, and Zorowski can't clear the zone. Knocked down at the line by Brownie. In front of the net. No, that was just tipped. And the goaltender bit it up with the Dogolovsky. Right side pass for Cover and Andy. Now Cover hard in the net. Shoots, score! Hari overskates and manages to recover. Cover in across the line. Tabbed on. Big, good, low. Here's Cover. Front of the net. He tried to put it through the legs. Get out front. And it's sent back to the half boards.